As Ron Kindred waits for a break in the wet weather to begin planting corn and soybeans on his farm in the state of Illinois, he's facing fierce economic headwinds brought on by the coronavirus.
This could be the worst year we've had in a long time.
Last year, Kindred wondered how low soybean prices would go amid a trade war with the biggest market for them, China. This year, his chief concern is how low corn prices will go.
Corn has become an energy market. It follows crude oil, it follows ethanol, and ethanol follows crude oil.
Crude oil reached historic lows in April as fuel demand plummeted, and Russia and Saudi Arabia battled for market share of the commodity. While prices are steadily rebounding, the record price drop sent an economic shockwave around the world that reached Kindred's farm.
It's depressed our corn prices from in the 360s down to 280 now.
According to the Renewable Fuels Association, about 70 ethanol plants in the United States are idled because of cratering demand, and at least 70 more are reducing operations. Overall, ethanol production is down by almost 50%. Given weak demand, some U.S. lawmakers want to suspend requirements that oil companies blend ethanol in their gasoline altogether.
Ethanol plants purchase about a third of the U.S. corn crop. With no one driving to work, demand for gasoline has basically plummeted.
Mike Doherty, senior economist for the Illinois Farm Bureau, says it's already too late for many farmers to transition to another crop.
How much can they really shift at this late stage in the game when they've already purchased their seed, they've already booked their fertilizer they need and their chemicals they need to grow these crops?
The extra corn that we have in our corn bin, grain bins, usually goes to the ethanol plant. It's 20 minutes away, but that has shut down because of the stay-at-home order and not traveling. So our bins are full.
The main product raised on Tina Hinchley's farm near Cambridge, Wisconsin, is milk from her dairy cows. But she and her family also grow crops. With limited storage space, plans are changing.
We are switching up to plant enough corn to make sure our cows have plenty of feed and maybe a little bit extra to fill our bins, but then we'll switch to the soybeans.
While Hinchley's situation illustrates how the price of one crop can impact farm management of other crops and food sources, Illinois farmer Ron Kindred says even his soybeans aren't immune to coronavirus-related price declines.
This slowdown in the economy has had a big impact on the volume of biodiesel that's being moved around the countryside, and so our biodiesel plants are cutting back, so there's less demand for soybean oil, and so there's less crushing for soybean meal, and it just kind of all adds up to impacting soybeans as well.
Kindred admits he's likely to lose money on whatever he grows this year, but believes he can manage the financial hardship. But the true economic impact of the coronavirus on American farms won't be understood immediately. The number of family farm bankruptcies rose 23% in the 12-month period that ended in March, just as the coronavirus lockdown was starting in many U.S. states. Kane Fairbaugh, VOA News, Atlanta, Illinois.